How's it going, Charles Botenston? Today we're going to be talking about something that is super important. It's like one of those things that you hear about it and you're like, oh, I don't really understand it. So there's so much going through my mind right now in regards to your health, your energy, your enthusiasm, everything. So first of all, I'm 30. I don't feel 30. I'm turning 31 actually in 2 weeks. So really I'm 31. Technically it's just a number. It's really what it is. And then people put meaning to it, which is like, oh, I'm 25, I should be looking for a spouse. I'm 30, I should be married. By 32, I'm like, I need 2 kids. I'm not saying that. That's what society's telling you. That's why they have this number and this meaning. You do you, okay? I can't stress that enough. You do you, all right? No one else is running your life except you and your mind. So I'm 31. I'm talking to people. My brother's 41. He's 10 years older, clearly 10 years older. But I remember looking at 31-year-olds and I'm like, dude, you are old. You're dead. You're like almost dead. Like, that's terrible. I'm like, how do you feel? But the biggest thing is, I'm 31 right now. And I'm looking at 41-year-olds and I'm like, wow. I'm like, all the people that I used to see when I was younger that were 40, I'm like, they have a lot of energy. They're enthusiastic. They're ready to go. They're crushing it. So I started asking them, like, what was your, like, what are you prioritizing? So we put like I said, we put the meaning on 25, I have to get married, or 30, I have to get married, and then have kids, and then have the white picket fence, and move out of the city, and blah, 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 blah. You do you. So with them, they did that. They did the 25 and married and everything else, and they stressed about it. They stayed in their job and everything else. Now that they're 40, they're financially a little bit better, a little bit more stable. That's the best way. They're more stable financially. They're not in my shoes, which is building a business, crushing it every day, have to go in, make something happen, go find clients, make sales calls, negotiate, all these things. They already have the referrals coming in. They have the stable business. So I said, the last couple of years, you've really prioritized something. They said, we've prioritized health. And then I asked them this super crucial question, which is a question you like. Okay, I'll go over this, and then when you see older people, whether it's 5 years older or 3 years or 50 years, talk to them, please, for the love of God. They have so much knowledge, and unfortunately, they have a lot of regret. So I always follow up the question. So I said, oh, what made you prioritize health now that you're 41? Because I'm 10 years away. I want to know, give me some life hacks. So they obviously, like I said, financially they're stable. They have the family, they have the kids, but the health was lacking. They started putting on some extra pounds. They weren't moving as much. They were sitting at a desk, blah, blah, blah. And obviously you're not seeing this now 100% if you're younger. However, you'll see it in your friends where they start putting on the freshman 15 if they're in college, or they start putting on weight in high school, or they come out of college, and they start having money and they start not moving as much, or they used to play sports and they don't anymore. I've seen that so many times. But I asked this important question to the 3 people that I asked about the health that are in their 40s. They said they wish they started earlier. They wish they started earlier. So that actually dawned on me when I first heard that. I'm like, you wish you, like, how they're like literally at your age immediately. So I'm 31. You have to start now. And first of all, my mom, I'm not going to name her age. I'm not going to name her age. I'm not going to number her age, however you say that. But I can tell you right now, my mom has more energy. She's more than double my age, all right? She has more energy. She looks fantastic. And she's getting into it now. She's getting into it now. She's double my age. She's in her 60s. She's getting into it now, like getting into health. All right? So there's never a late time, and there's certainly never an early time. All right? So I'm just going to tell you this one thing, is that when you start prioritizing health, you're going to start seeing a lot of things. And the moment this clicked, I'm a huge cyclist. I compete competitively. I cycle. Tomorrow I'm doing 85 miles to a place to be there on the next day to do a 100-mile ride. So, I'm into it, to say the least. I'm a junkie, it's in my blood. But 2 rides ago, I had a lazy week. I ate sugar. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't move as much. This tracks, this is Fitbit. I highly recommend some kind of activity tracker. If you don't have an activity tracker, you're not measuring. This tracks your, and I'm not being sold by them. It's just you need to track it somehow. Apple Watch. Those are really the only two players in the game right now, is Fitbit and Apple Watch. This tracks my sleep, that's why I got it. It tracks my heart rate, so I know what my resting heart rate. The higher your resting heart rate, the more unhealthy you are, because your body needs to, your arteries are either clogged or your heart isn't healthy or something, because the higher your heart rate, that means it needs to continuously pump blood, and it's not getting to the extremities of your body. So number one is get some kind of heart rate monitor, so you know what your resting heart rate is, and you know when you're in an activity what your heart rate is, because the higher it is, the better it is, because that means that more oxygen, more blood flow is going throughout your body when you're running or jogging or whatever you're doing. Say in playing sports, I play hockey and I cycle, so I track everything. Like Peter Drucker said, the father of management, business management, he said, if whatever you don't track, you can't improve. So you need to track all of these things. So I'm on a bike ride, and literally halfway through, it's only 65 miles. To me, that's not, 65 miles isn't that much. But halfway through, I had this I'm wheezing. Yeah, the climbs, the hills that we were going up were really intense. It was probably the hardest climbing I've ever done. And I've done, some whatever. I don't need to qualify it. But halfway through, I just felt lethargic. I was breathing heavy. I was sweating a lot. And so what you have to do is I've said it one or two videos ago. You have to look down, you're looking down without judgment at yourself. And you're saying, why? Why am I feeling this way? Is it because I have a lack of water? Do I have a lack of electrolytes? Am I cramping up? And I'm saying, I have enough electrolytes, I'm not really cramping up, it's not too hot, I shouldn't be sweating this much, and you just start going through your mind. As I'm writing, I'm saying this. And then I said, okay, what did I do this week? What did I eat this week? What did I not do this week? And I can tell you right now, I was doing pretty well for 2 weeks, and then for 1 week, I slacked off. I had sugar. I had a bunch of donuts, and I was like, oh, the reason I had donuts is because I had a huge success week, or a huge success weeks, I should say, is that I had all these weeks compiled, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to keep on this because I've had all this success. You know what? When you go 7 days of just eating like shit and not exercising, you feel it immediately. You can have a zag meal where you have pizza for a meal, but don't have pizza for a day, and let alone don't have it for a week. I wasn't having pizza. I probably had pizza during that week, but it's the sugar, the pizza, I wasn't eating the right things. You have to, so with this video, what I want to say is, when you feel lethargic, when you feel tired, when you don't feel enthusiastic, when you don't have the energy, ask yourself why. Don't just say, I'm tired, because that could be anything. During my ride, I could have been you know what? I could have gotten more sleep. But no, I concluded I got plenty of sleep, but I was eating like shit and I wasn't moving. So when you feel lethargic, you shouldn't be feeling, unless you're above 90. I just saw this woman bodybuilder. She's 90 years old. She's got muscles. This 90-year-old grandma or great grandma. I don't even know. 90 years old. Are you kidding me? Looking at my dad, and I'm like, there's no way I could get that. He's going to the gym, good thing, but no way I can get him to be lifting weights on a bodybuilder style with the diet and everything else and the lifestyle that goes along with it. So number one is, when you feel tired, ask yourself why. Is it a lack of sleep? Am I not eating right? Am I not moving? You have to move. They actually said that you lose 7 years. 7 years from those people that move and those people that don't. By moving, that means doing the 10,000 steps. Get a walking desk, get a standing desk, walk to class, take the stairs. There's so many opportunities. Park far away. I don't have a car, but if you're going and you're going to a store, park far away and then walk into the store. Dude, or ma'am, and everything, whatever. I cannot stress this enough because those guys are 40 years old and they literally said the number one thing that they wish they focused on instead of making money, which is my focus right now, is work and making money. Instead of that is they prioritize their health because now they're in their 40s and things start breaking down. They can't play with their kids as much as they can. They can't lift their kids. They can't throw the ball or run or jog or go camping. They can't do these things that they want to do with their kids. They can't go on the trips that they want. They can't do the things, the adventures that they want. You got to prioritize health. I'm telling you right now, and it's getting harder and harder to do it for two reasons. One is the food, finding the food that is healthy and good and natural and organic, and it's not filled with sugar and it's not processed. Yes, it's more expensive, but I'm telling you right now, it's gonna save you so much BS later in life, disease, heart disease or fatigue, it's gonna, everything, your relationship, physical relationship, sex relationship, doesn't matter. Smiling, enthusiasm, your friends, your job, everything, it matters. So, and the second reason is all the pressure from the outside. We have this stupid freaking, I know this is a rant, hopefully you've watched most of the video, but we have this stupid societal thing where we're saying love your body. I understand love your body, okay? I'm not saying not love your body, but there's a point where you say, your body's unhealthy. Your body is unhealthy. They're like, well, she loves her body. She's so overweight, but she looks fantastic. He's happy with himself. That's great. Well, he also has diabetes. He's going to die. He's going to have a heart attack. There's loving your body and then not being an idiot. There's loving your body and then there's science. So the biggest thing is, that's what they're saying is, the guys that are older, is that the two reasons, the hardest two things that you have to get over is finding the food, finding the time. You could find the time. I'm not worried about that. But the second thing is society, your friends and your family putting pressure on you. I'm eating healthy. I go home and my mom's like, she's like, have this meat, have this steak, have the, not wine, not really. I don't really drink that much anymore. Whatever, just like have unhealthy things. I'm like, no. Let's get the greens. Let's get the celery. Let's get the carrots. Let's get the hummus instead of other dips. That's the thing. My parents are doing this and now they're getting into it. So I'm like, all right, good. But you'll have that pressure. My mom asked me this question. I can't believe it was funny. She's like, I think you're going a little extreme. I'm like, so you're saying that I'm too healthy? I don't understand. Like, are you saying that it's bad to be too healthy? That is incorrect. You can never be too healthy. In other words, you can't eat too many greens. Yes, you can drink too much water and you can run and exercise too much, but your body will tell you when to stop having salad and greens. And the reason being, I'll just tell you this, and I know this is a total rant. The reason being is that in veggies and strawberries and things like strawberries and blueberries and fruit, they have sugar, but it's natural sugar. It's not high fructose corn syrup, okay? Highly recommend, if you want, shoot me an email and I'll send you the movie for free. It's called That Sugar Movie. That movie will change your life. That will change your life. The sugar that is in everything, sauces, pasta, bread, they make it so you want more, all right? That's why you have to go natural, all right? I know this is a totally all over the place kind of video, but the reason that strawberries, yeah, you can have too many strawberries and blueberries and watermelon and things like that because it has a lot of sugar, but it also has fiber. And fiber is what fills you up and tells you, you know what, I'm good. And that's the good thing about vegetables is that it has that fiber. Things that are processed, like breads and pastas and whatever else, candy and sugar and all those other, the cereals and all that other garbage, is they don't have the fiber. The chips. Why do you eat a whole bag of Pringles? Because your body doesn't know that it shoved a whole bag of Pringles because there's no fiber. There's none. It's just crap. So I hope you guys honestly prioritize your health, because when I was on that ride and and everyone was passing me, I felt like shit. And I said, I'm never going to go back to this place again where other riders are passing, I'm sweating uncontrollably, I'm just fatigued and not in my A game. It sucks a lot. So when you are fatigued, tired, whatever, don't think it's because of a lack of sleep. It could be because of a lack of sleep, but say, what am I eating? Am I not going to the gym? Like for me, when I go to the gym and I crush it, I do 45 minutes, my average heart rate's like 160 for 45 minutes, and I'm drenched, I have more energy. That should be counterintuitive. But the thing is, your body's sending out the good feel hormones of, okay, we should do this again. You feel good, right, Charles? Good. Okay, great. Let's do this again because this is good for our body. Your body's doing it on purpose. Subscribe to the videos. Have an awesome day. Leave your health questions below because I'm going to start having a huge push towards that. Talk to you guys soon.